Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Chai with Rai. Hi, I am Rai. Happy Thursday. Hope you are doing well. Hope your day is well. Hope your week has been prosperous and it has just been amazing. Welcome to my digital jukebox. That is these vodcasts that I will one day, sorry, that's my cupboard, that I will one day transfer to Spotify. I keep saying that I'm going to do this, but one day we're going to get to it. I have just been very farted in my brain, if lack of better words. But yeah, I hope your week is going well. It was a very nice day in London today, I must say that. And I am very excited about today's episode, by the way, because as I said, all of these podcasts are like my digital, like kind of like jukebox. I admire all of the people that I have had on it. So please make sure that you go check out the IGTV lives. Hi Mom, hi Usman or Uziji. Thank you so much. Yeah, I admire every single person who I've had on here and about to have on here, and I have such a personal connection to each and every one of them, even if I don't know them, through looking at their work. And this is kind of like just a place to get together and just do like banters and shit like that, and just get to know people and share stories and discuss certain things. So yeah, this is that, and hence why it's called Chai with Rai. But I am very excited about this episode. Let me just tell you that, because today's guest is just a person very close to my heart. We connected when I was starting kind of like my Bhangra journey, and I didn't know of a lot of female Bhangra dancers at that time, and I didn't know of a lot of female Pakistani dancers, female Pakistani Bhangra dancers, and so many things. And she ticks all of those. And not only that, she's just a gentle soul. So I'm gonna get Ridaa on here. Ridaa now has a company called, a brand called, she's gonna correct me if it's a company or if it's an academy. To me, it's a brand called Dance Bhangra. And we're just gonna get her on here. So Ridaa, if you're on here, by the way, I usually do a massive introduction to situations. But I was like, why do that for a friend? It just feels so weird. So let's just get Ridaa on here and make her feel embarrassed as opposed to myself. So Ridaa, I'm going to send you a nice little situation. Do situations yourself. Hope you're doing well, by the way. I see all of you lovely people in the comments. Hi, Michael. Hey, British. Long time. We went to school together. Hi, Giovanni. Hello.
Hi. Let me just make sure I've got this okay.
No, it is.
And you can hear me? You can hear me, right?
Can I just say, I always forget how thick of an accent you have.
I'll have to try and tone it down a bit, right, for this interview.
Is that Brummy accent? By the way, whenever I try and come out with this weird accent. I don't know what it is.
You love it. You love this accent. To be honest, I mean, really, because of lockdown, I'm only really speaking to Uzi, so I don't even have communication with fellow Brummies right now to
Wait,
even know
So, by the way, for people who don't know, Uzi, aka Usman, is Rida's husband. But where is Uzi originally from? Like, is he from Brummy as well?
Yeah. He's born and bred in Birmingham.
Represent.
He is representing, whereas I'm not born in Birmingham. I'm born in Lahore.
Lahore. By the way, for those people, by the way, this comment goes as specific to Usman. I loved your blonde hair and I would like it back. And Ridaa did as well. So bring back.
I don't want it back though. I changed my mind.
Damn!
I like the original again. It's gone back to normal. Thank God for that.
Really?
Yeah.
I liked it. You should bring it back. How are you, friend?
Good, thank you. How are you? I like your jumper.
Thank you. Can I just say, I wanted to wear this the first episode in January, but I was like, no, I'm going to wear this with Ridaa. Because I feel like it's just, I don't know, it just reminded me of you. And I was like, I must wear it. Oh my God, where to start? Can I just say, it's so annoying that you can only gather. By the way, guys, I'm going to try and be on schedule because Ridaa has to go within kind of like an hour. And I'm going to do my best to be on schedule. You need to tell me. Oh, he was born in London, by the way.
I know, I just thought.
I don't. Sorry. You need to tell. So much for knowing your husband.
I clearly know him well enough.
You need to be like this to me as well. And I hate the fact that we've got an hour, but I'm going to get started.
No, we should be okay. Don't worry.
God, I'm antsy. How is your day? How's everything? How's the family? How's Deej? How's Maham? Has
Good.
Mahim married Parmesh Verma yet?
No, not yet, but we're working on it. We're working on it.
Well, yeah, Parmesh Verma, if you ever watch this, please go holler at my girl. That is Maham. You know,
She should
we'd
be
like to
on
get.
actually.
She
She
should
might
be
be.
on.
She might be listening.
But how have you been? How was your day? How's your week?
Yes, good, thank you. Busy,
Yeah.
very busy. Yeah. So obviously Bhangra is just my part-time passion, but
Yeah.
I have a full-time job. I'm a marketing manager by day. So the role's been keeping me very busy. But I can't complain because we're stuck indoors, so we can't do anything else anyway.
Very true.
So I'm just working. And Maham said she will never marry him.
She will. Maham, I will make this happen. How's my darling auntie that I call Ru Afza and uncle and everything?
Fine. She's
How's
fine, thank you.
how's Nadia?
Nadia's good. Nadia's very good. Nadia is my niece, but her name's not actually Nadia. It's Aylana. I think my sister will be watching as well. So
It's not a weird safety pin. So basically, for those who don't know, it's called chai with rai. Do you have your chai?
I have my bunny. Does that count?
So pani so banta. So this
Yeah.
is chai. Basically, what you do is like when you make herbal teas, you can put like mint leaves in here or like whatever, and rather than like getting situations everywhere, it just keeps it contained and still gives it flavor. So yeah,
I think Maha might want one for Christmas.
do it. By the way, for those people who don't know, before we get into Ridaa and her accolades and all of those things, Ridaa is actually a trained Bharatanatyam and Kathak dancer.
No, I'm
So
not.
I just want to ask for those people who don't know, because Ridaa just doesn't talk about this, and it took her years and years of practice. How's it going, Ridaa?
I think one of my close friends, Pravina, might be watching. She is trained, not me.
I'm not trained.
Somebody that messes around in the park, and now you've turned me into a professional dancer.
I have a video to prove that. Do you want me to pull that out? You sure? You sure? Because I can
we're good.
I have visuals ready and everything for this.
No, we're good. I see Proud, she's watching. No, but she knows. I mean, we get up to a lot of silly stuff when we're together. So Pravina knows. Yeah.
Yeah, Ridaa is a pro Bharatanatyam dancer.
No.
I agree with you. See, I think by the end of this, you never know, we might get into it. But where did you start your Bharatanatyam training, would you say?
In the park. One summer.
One summer. All right. I want to get into everything. Okay. Yeah. So you identify as, in terms of, by the way, because I know you have a full-time job and you do dancing and things like that, obviously. Yeah. Would you say Bhangra is like your main field, and that's that, right? So we're a Bhangra dancer? No gidda, no sort of things like that, just a Bhangra dancer?
No, so look, I have so much respect for people that can, be versatile and mix it up. I've got so many amazing friends that are dancers. You're one of them, and you can really change it up and do, lots of different styles. But for me, I've always wanted to just specialize in one thing and really work hard on learning everything about it. And that's Bhangra dance. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Now let's just go through the CV of certain things. So let's start with you did that Bhangra competition, TBS? Not TBS. Right. You've won TBS.
Yeah, Bhangra Showdown 2017, yeah, with University of Birmingham. Woo!
Are you the first, and you said you were the first female when I met you, were like the first female?
As in female Pakistani dancer? In my team I was, yeah.
Yeah.
In that team I was, yeah.
Cool. And then let's just go down the line with and without Dance Bhangra, some of the artists and things that you have done. Some of the artists, Frenzy obviously being one of them.
Yeah. And he's great, he's so talented. We actually went to college together. Punjabi by nature, Nag Vangu, Punjabi MC, who I absolutely love. He's been
what Punjabi MC? I didn't know about this.
Sumbi. So
I'm gonna watch that.
So I'm dancing. So the main girl is Jamini. She's part of Dance Bhangra. She's the model for the video, and then you've got a few of us also dancing there as well. And all of the girls look amazing. They all look fab.
Yeah, cool. So worked with lots of artists, gone around the world, and things like that.
Yeah.
Fab. I'm gonna get straight into it, and what I want to do is discuss aspects of Bhangra.
Yeah.
Now, and we're going to circle around to things, so if we miss anything, we're just going to get back to you. But I want to discuss straight away and go in deep the misconceptions and kind of like the left field of Bhangra and the politics of it.
Yeah.
So why? I remember, I think I called you this, and when I was doing my early training, we talked a lot about diversity. It was the same time like Bhangra was going into that sort of B-funk era. But I feel like now it's come back to like pure Bhangra.
Yeah.
And I remember going and I was like, I really want to do a Bhangra competition. And you were like, honestly, I would do it. Honestly, I would do it if I were you. I would join a Bhangra team. And then I joined Vasta Punjab. And then I used to talk to you about Vasta Punjab, and the main guy who came to me, and he would be like, Bhangra doesn't just belong to India. It's a thing that goes from Pakistan to India. But I always feel like, did you watch ever that BBC documentary, the Bhangra one?
Yeah.
I always feel like any coverage that is ever done to Bhangra, and even when the teachers teach it, why is it that they can't even just specifically say Bhangra originates from the northern part of India and Pakistan? Why is it so hard for people to just put Pakistan? And am I too precious to holding on to that aspect of it?
No, I think the thing is, I don't even blame the people or the teachers sometimes. I just think it's a lack of knowledge and education. I don't think people genuinely understand that it's not just from India, it's from Pakistan, it's from Punjab. So it is just a gap in knowledge at the moment. I wouldn't necessarily call it ignorance. I just think, and I've met some wonderful people that have actually said to me, Ridaa, people need to understand that this comes from Pakistan as well. So there is some knowledge, but I don't think there's enough. So it's up to people to educate others and who they're teaching. So
but don't you think now that we've gotten to a time where I think like this is at the palm of our hands, that we can literally get to that space where it's like, look guys, Bhangra's now been popular, especially around in the mainstream, for such a long time, with the help of yourself and so many other people and so many other diversities in there, for people to be genuinely knowledgeable and just to add that aspect in there.
The thing is, I guess the other thing is there's not enough representation. So I'm just one Pakistani dancer, you're just one Pakistani dancer, and we are the minority. And therefore, there aren't enough of us to actually spread that word and then educate and say, actually, I'm Punjabi, it comes from where I'm from as well. So it's just one of those things, I think it's a fact. It does come from Pakistan and India. It's from Punjab, but people just need to be educated on that and spread the word.
Yeah. Why do you think there's such a lack of diversity for Pakistani dancers general?
Yeah.
Pakistani Bhangra dancers as well? Because when you think of Bhangra, when we get to Pakistan, and I want to somehow, if you can relate it to, you went to Lahore and taught Bhangra.
Yes, yeah.
And I don't know anybody who's done that. I really don't. And when it comes to Bhangra in Pakistan, it's just things like that.
Bale bale, yeah.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Nobody has the actual knowledge. And like, I lived in Multan for 4 years of my life, had no knowledge of it. So
it's a really good question. It's a question, and something, it's very close to my heart, obviously being a Pakistani Bhangra dancer and being the minority. And I think that it's a combination of things. So I think, number one, there's probably some blurred lines between culture and religion. Number two, maybe, Pakistanis tend to see it more as we just dance at weddings, we do Bhangra, but they don't understand that it's actually a form of dance, like a traditional folk Punjabi form of dance. So to me, it would be, something really important that I take very seriously and I want to learn. But to somebody else, it would just be a dance at a wedding and they just had a bit of fun and went home, So I think the representation's probably because of those blurred lines as well. Probably a lack of knowledge and education that actually this is an actual dance that can be taught and you can come to different classes and learn more about it. But yeah, I just think in general, it's not really seen as a dance form like, I don't know, say ballet or aerobics or Zumba. Like they'd go to an aerobics and a Zumba class, but I don't think they understand that this Bhangra class is available as well.
Why do you think that is till now? Because I feel like, I don't know, like people go to Kathak and things like that, but I don't understand why Bhangra doesn't get that and folk classes don't get it.
I don't know. I mean, you know, look, it's been a difficult, you probably could ask me this question as well, but it's been a difficult thing for me. Like, I
Yeah.
have experienced my fair share of discrimination. I've had people telling me, what the hell are you doing? Like, you shouldn't be dancing. You know, I remember those conversations very clearly. And to me, like, it's a cultural dance. It's a very respectable dance. You are wearing shalwar kameez for a girl, chadra for a boy, but you know, it's harder for a girl, let's be honest. And you are wearing a junni, a dupatta on your head. You are not shaking your ass on stage. You know, you're doing very graceful, traditional form of dance. And I think if people can just separate those two things and stop focusing on the on dance being a negative thing, like, oh my god, dancing, oh that's so bad, and focus on the traditional element. Oh wait, actually, you're bringing back your culture. You know, you're keeping in touch with your roots. When we change that mindset, then we'll start seeing more dancers, more diverse dancers.
What have been some of the challenges for yourself? Like, I know for myself, and I've told you this, like my aunties being ostracized from my family, calling you, you know, like when I used to dance at weddings, only to realize now that I was being called gay behind my and like faggot, or like kusra as they say.
Yeah.
Or like for girls, they call her Janani, or like other disgusting words and things like that. But yeah, what have been, because I know your family, and your family are religious.
They're my biggest blessing.
Also, yeah, and we're gonna get into that. And I am. Can I just say, for any person who's in the arts and has South Asian support, just know I'm a little bit envious of you. Just know that I'm very envious of you, but I'm also very happy for you. So, because your parents are absolutely wonderful, like delightful and open-minded to so many things, and your sisters and your people around you, and Usman. So
my mum and dad, my sisters, my two sisters, who I'm sure are tuned in, and my husband are my biggest support and my biggest blessing. You know, my family, front seats, first to buy the tickets to all of my shows, all of my competitions. My biggest support. Usman, my husband, is filming my videos for me. You know, like, that means the world to me, because I couldn't have come this far without them, because so many people have a dream, but unfortunately, if you don't have that support, it's not the same. You need that support system in place as well. And I can't forget my amazing friends as well, you know, that support system, because when you're training for a competition, for example, it's so stressful that you need that moral support as well. And my girls that have tuned in, they will know that. They will know how stressful it is, and we need that moral support for one another. You know, politics aside, yes, there'll always be politics, and I've had my fair share, but when you've got that support system around you, honestly, the world's your oyster. You can literally reach the stars.
Somebody just wrote, I'm glad you remember us.
And I was actually talking about you, girl, Pravida, Simi, all of my girls, you know, my academy. I've seen Zena's just joined. So, you know, that is my support system, as well as obviously my parents, my sisters, and my husband. And that is very important. I would not have come this far without these guys, you know. I would never sit here and say that I've done this myself. I haven't. They've all been a big part of it.
Putting aside the cultural or kind of like stigmas and things like that, how, if you didn't have this support, where do you think you'll be today?
I won't be dancing. Honestly, I'm being serious. Listen, let me tell you something. From the small
Would you be another stigma? Would you literally just be another stigma of like doctor, architect?
I would just be a marketing manager and no more. No Ridaa Dance Bhangra, this, that. No teaching internationally. Really? Nothing. Yes, and I genuinely mean that, because it's the small things, like the support system from my family telling me it's okay, you know, you got this, and from my mum making my dal for my competitions, and my food is ready, because I literally used to have 30 minutes between finishing work to getting home, eating, getting changed, and getting myself to rehearsals, which then lasted 3 hours, 3.5 hours, and my God, did they kill me. Having a full-time job and balancing this, but it was my passion. I wanted to do it, but I couldn't have done it without, you know, the support system. So it's sad, because, you know, back in uni days, I had friends and stuff. They couldn't tell their families they were dancing, so they were secretly performing and stuff. And it used to break my heart, because I was blessed to be able to share that great news with, you know, family and friends, and say, this is what I'm achieving, and they would come to the show. But, you know, there is a stigma attached to it, and it means that there's a lot of people that, you know, are not getting that same level of support, which is then taking them to places, you know.
Do you think having the support, if you decided to go into Bhangra full time and not have a marketing managing job, do you think A, you could survive, and do you think B, you would still have that same support?
It's not going to pay my bills.
You say that, and we've discussed that before, but there are lots of people who are successful just doing Bhangra.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I love my career. I've worked really hard to get where I am. I'm currently working for the Commonwealth Games taking place in Birmingham next year. Woo! So, you know, like, and I'm really, really excited for that and genuinely enjoy my job. So I wouldn't want to make Bhangra full time. I love it.
But if you could,
if I could,
that's the question.
No,
that is the question. Is it literally just that
you?
Yeah.
Because my job is a creative role, right? A marketing manager. I like come up with campaigns, concept ideas. I love being creative. I have the worst attention span in the world. It's probably why I'm good at dancing and choreographing, because you have to be creative, right? So I wouldn't be able to let go of that side of me, because that side of me is a big part of me. And believe me, if I've designed a billboard and I drive past it, I am very excited. Very excited, yeah.
But what if that billboard included you?
Why?
What if it? No, I said, what if it included you? For me, the question. No, because for me, I battle with this all the time. I think I battle with people who are like yourself sometimes, who are so immensely talented, who like deserve, I don't know, like to make sometimes millions and millions of pounds, just like, or dollars, doing this sort of shit and travel the world. And then also broaden the horizon and the stigmas that exist within our culture, to be able to give young girls and guys who say to their parents, I want to dance, or I want to act, or I want to paint, I want to go into fashion and do all of this. And you know how amazing, yeah, it's not your passion, and I get that, but I'd be like, how amazing would it be to have a billboard of you doing?
For me, like, I believe it or not, as a dancer, and I'm sure some of my fellow dance friends can agree with this, we probably have another persona for stage. I know I do. So I can be quite shy in the background, but you need to switch on this persona for when it's time to perform. I've been very nervous before stage, but I've had to like kind of, just switch on performance mode. So for me, I don't think I'd want, Bhangra isn't, I'm not in it for the money. I wouldn't want to earn thousands of pounds from it, because, you know, there are people that are doing that. They've become famous, but not necessarily like learn the technique properly. They haven't necessarily educated themselves, you know.
Do ponder those names, because I know.
Because,
I'm joking. You know, I'm literally joking.
But I think that's so unfair, because there's such amazing, talented dancers out there, like raw talent. But just because they haven't paid hundreds of pounds for their videography and editing, they don't get the same recognition as somebody that has. And that somebody is not necessarily a good dancer, and that's what really frustrates me. And I will never claim to have known. I will never claim to have known like everything about Bhangra. I'm still learning every single day, and then teaching my students. But I will never claim to know it all. And I think, like for me, it's not about the money, it's the passion, and I want to keep that quite separate, you know.
Got it. I think, well, two things I am going to challenge you on. One is that is a contradiction to what you originally said, because you said Bhangra doesn't pay my bill, can't pay my bills. So that's a contradiction point.
It can't.
And then
not when you're passionate and not doing it for the money, and I'm not doing it for the money.
But secondly, I will say this, because you're a marketing manager and you work in marketing, it is all about branding. It's all about marketing. So if you can, are you looking at the comments below as well? And the chat shit that is happening down there.
Is it Uzi causing trouble again?
It is Uzi. Guys, be civil, and we will try and answer some of your situations in there.
Wait till you get home, Uzi. Wait till you get home.
Just lock the door.
He's acting so great.
Let's move on to a happier note, because we have kind of discussed those situations. By the way, I feel like I'm moving around more than you, because I'm very fidgety.
Well, I'm being very conscious about not being too fidgety, because I'm usually very fidgety. So
oh my god, be fidgety.
Listen, let me tell you something. I have put makeup on after a whole year just for you.
Oh my god.
I just about brushed my head, just about. But, you know, I've actually tried to make an effort for a change.
Can I just say, I got home 20 minutes, had to go to the toilet, had to shower. I was on the phone in the Uber to you. And, like, it's like light central situation over
Love it.
here.
I've had to borrow Marham's light. I borrowed her room, I borrowed her desk, I borrowed her light. So thank you, Marham. This is sponsored by Marham today.
Shukriya. But yeah, feel free to fidget. The more fidgety, the more human you are.
Okay, I'll move around a bit.
It's like, you know, Pantene Pro V, you're worth it.
Guys, I really apologize. I really apologize on behalf of my husband.
Savage. Savage by Uzi.
Savage.
Let's go to happier notes. What is your first memory of dancing?
My first memory. Actually, so my first memory is, so fun fact, guys, I didn't actually know I could dance. I'm actually self-taught. Then I went on as the years went by and...
To Kathak and Bharatanatyam, obviously.
Yes. So, so I was at a wedding and I was just there like doing my thing, like, woo. And then my uncle said to me, oh, you're a good dancer. And
what? Because you were doing woo.
I didn't think much of it. Pardon?
Because you were doing woo.
Yeah, I was like, woo. And I didn't really think much of it. But then the compliments kind of carried on as I attended more functions and I was dancing. Then I realised, actually, you know what? I've always loved Bhangra music all my life, but I didn't realise that dancing is even a thing. And I always used to watch videos and I just learnt from videos. So then the more the compliments started coming in, the more I started to realise, okay, maybe there's something in this and I can, like, you know, take it one step further. So yeah, my first memory is my first compliment on the dance floor.
By your uncle going, woo!
Yeah.
What's your first memory of getting into a room and learning Bhangra?
To be honest, I was teaching before I was being taught, if that makes sense. So when I went to uni, London School of Economics, we had a cultural show that took place every year. So I started up and choreographed the Bhangra team with some fellow uni friends, and I was teaching, but at that time I was only teaching what I knew and what I thought was right. It wasn't necessarily Bhangra dance. It was more what I'd seen in videos, and so I cringe when I watch those videos now, and I'm not even going to try and find them because, oh my god.
It's interesting you say that, because I've been doing a little bit of research and going to Maham and Deej for some video referencing, and they've provided me of some early videos of you just dancing around the house and just playing around with choreo, as well as some uni shit.
They better not have. Oh my god.
So if you just bear with, no, I'm joking.
But yeah, no, like, it's good for me because, see, we all have videos that we look back and think, oh my god, this is so embarrassing. But it's nice because it then shows how far you've come, you know? Yeah. And Karishma, no, I'm so embarrassed. Like,
I think you should share it on your story, and you should.
It's so embarrassing.
Yeah, but it's part of your progress. It's part of your journey.
The shisha was like so wrong. My Punjab was like so wrong, and yeah, but the accent was fleeky.
Yeah, but you and I have similar things. I am half Punjabi, and so I started learning Bhangra from watching videos of yourself and, you know, other people, and yes, having some knowledge of it. Yeah. I didn't know of it. So when we met, I think you would be the second person to, maybe the first person, your first or two, because there's been two. The first person just taught me choreo. They never taught me proper, like, things. You were the first person to actually be like, no, this right, this. No, this. Oh yeah, not to gloat, not to gloat. Until this day, might I just say, we have a special bond, you and I, my friend. You still hold my highest earned, attended collab class. Yours and my video has over 29k views on your YouTube channel.
That's amazing.
And yeah, I think, like, out of every single collab I have ever done, I have never had so much fun other than with you. Like, and learned so much, So I think you and I have that in common, where, like, if I watch videos of myself, and I do right now, yeah, sometimes I hate teaching Bhangra because it's called Bollywood Bhangra. So I have to, and you talked about this in one of your YouTube interviews, where you wish sometimes Bhangra was just kept to its original form. And I'm one of the people who likes to jigsaw puzzle
But you know that
situation.
it's become so popular. I mean, look at Beef Funk. Look at how many views they get, millions. They even won an award recently. So if it works for the individual, then great, it works for them. But being a Bhangra dancer and teacher and specializing in that field, for me, I would never mix it with anything. But like I said in that interview I did, I also have a lot of respect for people that can switch it up so quickly, because I can't. I really
Yeah.
can't.
Yeah. And you also mentioned in that video, like you did right now, that you wish that it's so interesting that there'll be a beautiful raw talent from Punjab who'll be dancing on their rooftop, and then they won't get necessarily the millions and millions of views, and then some other person will.
Yeah, it's true.
So,
The sad reality of the world we're living in now, social media, this is what it's done. This is what social media's done.
Yes. I want to ask a question. When you told your parents, I'm gonna do a Bhangra competition, and I'm gonna go into Bhangra, what was their first reaction? Honestly, be honest.
Yeah, I don't even remember. I mean, if my sisters are watching, if you remember, please let the guys know. But for me, for my whole life, my parents have supported everything I've done, even when it's wrong. And then afterwards, okay, I've got a bit of a told you so. But the point is, even then, they've always been supportive regardless. Now, the first comp, okay, they had my back, because for some reason, every comp, I'd have one annual illness where I was just really ill for 2 weeks, like a really nasty flu, really bad shin splints, and I already suffer from knee problems as it is. I mean, what cancer doesn't? So they were my 3 problems. But as the years went on, I think it was just my mum was just getting worried, like, are you sure you want to take this pressure on again? Because I think for the guys that were competing for the uni comps, they were just students, whereas I was a student and I had a full-time job. And so that made life a lot more difficult for me, because I wasn't able to just have a line and skip my lectures. I was driving 40-50 minutes from work to training to get there on time, and doing everything else in the background. So even
I'm gonna pause you there.
Yeah.
Actually, no, complete. Oh my God.
No, I was just gonna say, even poor Uzi was getting neglected. Like, I had no time for him. So yeah.
But you were with Uzi back then as well?
Well, it's been a few years. Uzi's had his fair share of 2 competition experiences and seen the stress of that. Yeah. But he was lucky enough to see the stress of that afterwards. My family have had to experience it the whole way over the last, 12, 13 years.
It's interesting we segue into this, because in my notes I wrote about this. I want to know about the Bhangra stuff. Okay, so 3 good things about Bhangra comps, 3 challenging things, let's say, not bad things.
Okay, so good things. As a dancer, you learn technique, and you kind of gain knowledge a bit quicker. You meet some amazing friends, the ones that have currently joined this chat, for example, lifetime friends. And I think if you win, you're a champion.
If you lose, you're a loser.
And then the 3 bad things, I would say politics is definitely one of them. It just lets the industry down massively.
Can I just pause there?
Yeah.
I apologize if I've interrupted you, by the way. Feel free to be like, "Chup kar." When we discuss politics, I can explain it from a Bollywood perspective. I have seen politics in Bhangra. Is it the same? Is it the same politics as we're the top dogs? Or why are they getting gigs like this? Why has this dancer gone to their class? Or I
think it's a lack of support. I think a lack of support. I think arrogance as well lets a lot of people down. And I think when people start out, for example, it's our responsibility as experienced dancers to help them out. But I think sometimes they're probably not given that same support system. And I just think it's such a shame. It just lets the industry down. Guys watching that have experienced this, feel free to comment, what other problems arise as a result of politics. But yeah, it is big. And it's not just, there's a Bhangra scene in America and Canada. I can't comment on that. I can only comment on the UK's Bhangra scene. We have so much talent in the UK, incredible talent. So if you could eliminate politics from it, just imagine what a great place, the industry would be, seriously. Because I know dancers that have quit because of politics, and I find that really upsetting.
But I find that interesting because I personally feel like, again, because I haven't spent that much time
Yeah.
and dabbled that much or gotten the opportunity to even be accepted by the Bhangra community, that I feel like the Bhangra community is more united and supportive through the likes of yourself and through the likes of like Asa from BDL or certain things when you guys do collabs and things like that.
Yeah.
Whereas in Bollywood, like you have these entities, you have these Bollywood companies in the UK that if they actually come together as a brand to do things, it has to be a monumental thing. Otherwise, it's competitive and politics all the time.
No, I see. Again, it just comes back to why are you doing this in the first place, and that's the question you always have to ask yourself. I'm doing it because I'm passionate about it. I love bringing people together. I love meeting different dancers from across the world. The amount of amazing friends I've made through Bhangra, like this is one of the reasons why I love it so much, because I've made friends that are like family to me in different countries. You know, there's people in Italy, Anna in Italy, Jasvinder in Spain, Ravi in Italy. Like, there's so many amazing dancers.
Look, there's you luxurying around. There's you. There's you. There's also you.
That's my signature pose, guys. I do that everywhere I go.
Yeah, that is actually, that really is. Having experienced it firsthand.
Yeah, so yeah, you know, just coming back to your question, yeah, I think so. Politics was one of the, and then the pain because every dancer suffers from some sort of.
Oh yeah, worst pain you've ever had?
Shin splints.
Shit splints. I don't think I've ever had shit splints ever.
You don't want them, trust me. You don't want them. They're just horrible. And you wake up in the middle of the night with cramps, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah, I've never. Ridaa was one of the key people making me exist through the crazy Bhangra shin splints. Oh, thank you, thank you.
Thank you, guys. Don't make me
I'm thanking on behalf of Ridaa. Rida's very much like a Miss Pakistan congeniality. I'd like to thank my friends.
This is exactly what I mean by support system. These are the people I'm talking about.
Yeah, I always say this to my dickhead of friends. It'll be nice if some of them could support or, like, you know, tune into a live.
My friends have got your back, don't worry.
Yeah, do that. Otherwise, like, you know, it'll just be, it is what it is. But I need to change friends. So if you guys would like to become my friends, that'll be great. And Ridaa will tell you, I go hard for my people. Although I feel like we're not at the same level since, you know, we used to be when we started. But that's just natural. That's life.
Yeah.
But you're always so warm to me, and I hopefully am warm to you as well.
You are.
I do my best. I do my best. Okay. Now we're going to talk about, where did you get the kooky idea? Not the kooky, it's not kooky, it's a brilliant idea.
Thanks.
The only point I say kooky is because you know as well as I do, I have problems with your Instagram and your YouTube page and trying to find it. And that is the thing. But this beautiful brand that has been created, what year did you decide to launch DB? Okay. How did it come about? Where did the name come about from? Who did the logo? You know, all of the shebangs. Go. Tell me the tale. So
it was created in July 2017. I launched it on my dad's birthday because that date was obviously really special to me. I was hella nervous, so nervous. It was something I wanted to do for a long time. I was already part of another team. I had this idea. I had dreams, bigger dreams, a vision, and not the confidence. My confidence I've only really built over time, and a lot of that is massive thanks to Uzi, my husband. So I think that played a massive factor in the delay of doing something like this. So when I finally thought, okay, you know what's the worst that can happen? Just do it. So created the brand, put it together. My lovely friend, who was also a colleague, Emma, created the logo. She did a fabulous job on it. And then, it was all go from there. I thought, let me start small and, focus on just a few different things, and then I can start branching out. But it did so well that before you know it, we were already performing. Like, we were already doing big gigs, melas, music videos, special events. We were getting booked up like every weekend without fail. So
sorry to interrupt. When you launched it, you said you had all these visions and these dreams and things like that. What was the vision? What was the dream?
So it was performances, you know, it was big events, special events, it was music videos, but I didn't think in a million years that it would happen as quickly as it did. So initially I thought, right, let me start off with classes. You know, there's no classes where I live in Solihull. I've always wanted one here. I'll be the one that starts it. And, you know, the response was amazing. Like, yes, the first day, maybe 7-8 people came. Then word spread. The next week that doubled. Then it tripled. Then it quadrupled. And, you know, like the best thing about my academy and the reason why I love them so much is because they're genuine. And they are all family and friends. So, you know, a father and daughter, mother and daughter, sisters, brothers, cousins, or just best friends. And then the other reason is the friendships that have been formed in my class as well. You know, like that just makes me so happy. And the academy isn't just your average academy. Like, we are just a bunch of friends that just enjoy each other's company. And I hope that, you know, the guys, and a grandma, of course, you know, honestly. So, you know, my youngest is 4, my youngest student, and then my eldest is, I think, you know, 60 plus. So that's what I love about it. And like I said, I hope the guys, you know, if they've joined, they agree. But that's what makes Dance Bhangra special, that we are just family and friends that genuinely have each other's backs. You know, Jazz, we call her Mummy G. She is a mother and daughter combo that dance together, and you know, she is always with us backstage, helping us out without fail. She'll drive us if it's really far, because if I'm performing myself, I struggle to drive and perform and come back. Even though I've done it a few times and it died. So you know, these things really matter. They do. And that's what makes the difference between a strong team and a strong unit, and you know, a not so strong unit with politics.
I lost my train of thought, but I wanted to ask logistics. When I met you, I only knew of the fact of brand going in terms of academy and passing knowledge and, you know, diversifying certain things. The performance aspect for it, the logistics of it, how does that function? Because you need people to be able to perform and team. So did you ask some of the people that you were already part of the team, hey, good guys, would you be interested? Then costumes, how much money, where does that money come from? Do you know what I mean? Rehearsals, paying for rehearsal space, getting gigs, do you actually market yourself? And Dance Bhangra, how did you settle on the name Dance Bhangra itself? Because I'm very surprised actually that you have the domain in 2017, because like Bhangra was big, and I'm surprised that nobody took just Dance Bhangra, because you could literally type into the SEOs. You could literally take. I'll have it. Okay.
Yeah, it was taken on .com, so I got the .co.uk. But in terms of logistics, so the way it works is the guys will start attending the classes first. And they'll get themselves up to a certain standard that they're comfortable with, because I would never put anybody on stage if they weren't comfortable. It's not on them at all, you know, to not feel ready and then look back and think, why did you let me do this? So so they would come and we will train together. We'll get to know each other, which I think is really. I don't know what the hell are my hands doing in this picture.
I just thought it was time for a change.
It's not even a pose. It's not even a move. But anyways, we've got the lovely Karina on the left in pink, and I think that might be Kimran in yellow on the right. So so in terms of logistics, then the guys will come, we'll train, put a performance routine together. We practice very hard. And then it's just as and when people are available, because again, these guys aren't just students. You've got different professions in the team, whether they're an accountant, whether they're a doctor, whether they're a student, whether they run their own business. So they've all got their full-time jobs as well. So all of us do this as a part-time passion, and we dedicate our spare time to this. We've had late nights. We've had to give up all day. We've traveled to 2 different locations, opposite ends. So I think, you know, the fact that people are committing their time to it shows how passionate they are about it.
True. Very, very true. I think one of the things I'm going to take away from this is the amount of support that you have. Like, literally the amount of support that you have is...
makes a big difference, honestly.
It makes a big difference. And, guys, basically I'm here to say, if you don't have support, give it up. Just find a full-time job. That's what Ridaa is saying. Just if you don't have support, there's just no point apparently.
If you don't
No,
have support, don't give up, guys. Don't give up. Look for support. Be your own.
Ridaa will support you. I will support you.
Yes, 100%. Honestly.
All right, cool. Well, we have a question. We are at 7:48. I wanted to discuss with you highlights of your career, which we've kind of done, digital space and its impact, relationship dynamics, as well as, yeah, I think those are the 3 points. So you can quickly choose one of them and we'll talk about them, and then we'll do a little quiz, and then, you know, give yourself a nice little din-din situation. Is that okay? Or do you want to quickly whiz through all of them in 5 minutes?
So what was the first one?
So let's talk about, we kind of talked about culture barriers and female dancers, so that's fine. I'll take that off. Highlights of your career, done that. Digital space and relationship dynamics.
What do you mean by digital space? Like where?
Can I just say that was
I'm moving.
So,
you told me to move.
that
I'm
was
moving.
so, that was so
do you mean like how the digital space has evolved, Bhangra, or?
Yes, so we're going to talk about this. I'll specify in that. So when I say digital space, I want to talk about how much social media now plays a part in our marketing, in our branding, how it has changed the face of Bhangra and how it's evolved Bhangra into a fusion element, and also then bringing it back to a pure element, how it's exposed some people to, you know, great opportunities like yourself to be able to travel and to do things. And then also the aspects of it, how it's been during COVID, how difficult it's been to sometimes get viewerships, to have a certain aesthetic, for people who come to class sometimes just for videos, you know, all those sort of things. So
yeah, I mean, digital has evolved massively. I think coming back to the point I made about, you know, if you don't have a good videographer and editor, your videos don't always do as well as just, you know, me filming it and then posting it. That's the one thing I've had to learn, and I think it's the harsh reality of social media. It needs to be pleasing to the eye, and people like me, I'll be watching something and I'll understand technique, but the other person won't, and so they just want a pretty picture, which is fine. You know, they're a consumer at the end of the day. But for somebody like me that knows how much effort went into something, but I just didn't put the money behind it to get a videographer or an editor, and therefore I didn't get as many views, or the raw talent that I talk about didn't get as many views because their camera quality was poor and the other person's camera quality was great, but they weren't a great dancer. So this is what social media has done to the Bhangra world. It's evolved it in a way where it isn't about talent anymore, unfortunately. And I'm sorry, guys, it's the harsh truth. It's not about talent anymore. It's just about how well you've made your video. And I think that's really sad. But I don't see it getting any better. I think with new platforms coming on board like TikTok, anybody can make a video, and it might go viral, it might not, but you know, whereas somebody like a Bhangra dancer like me or others are really taking the time to learn technique properly, really educate themselves, really put effort into it. I know I really I take time out to do my choreography for my videos. I don't just think, oh, Jolo, I'm just going to try this and see what happens. So yeah,
you really do. Even in our clubs, I was like, bloody hell, let's just do it. You like took an hour.
Yeah, because if I'm teaching, I feel like I have a responsibility and a duty to teach properly, and to pass on my knowledge as well as I can. Like I said, it's never about money or fame. Like if you are knowledgeable in something, then it's your responsibility as a teacher, if somebody's coming to your class, to pass that knowledge on. So yeah, I think so that's what digital's done. It's basically messed everything up.
Has it been hard for you? Sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say, at the same time, then we need digital, don't we? You know, we Dance Bhangra need digital. We need it to promote the work we do.
Yeah.
We get a lot of our inquiries from Instagram and Facebook. So we do need that platform as well to show people our work and potential and what we can do for their special events. So there's pros and cons of digital.
Be honest. Do numbers matter to you in regards to followers and views? Be honest, and likes and things like that.
No, because what I can say, hand on my heart, is that we might have a small number of followers, but they're loyal, good quality followers. Yeah. They're not what I call ghost followers. They engage with our content. So we've all been through that phase, guys. We've all been through it, where it was all about how many likes we had, how many follows. I'm sure some of us were even like, oh my god, this picture hasn't got enough likes, we better delete it. I honestly don't give a crap anymore. If it doesn't get enough likes, as long as I push that content out and the hard work of my dance academy was recognized, that's all I care about.
But you do have an aesthetic which you do care about, which is your 3-grid situation.
That's my OCD.
This is a picture, video, picture, or video, picture. It needs to be said.
It's my OCD. I don't do it on my personal account, only on Dance Bhangra, and my god, is it difficult to find 3 pictures.
Oh my god. I remember the conversation we had, like, when we were doing our last video. You were like, okay, well, I'm going to have to do this picture and this picture and then this video. Or should we do this picture? Oh no, I don't really have a nice picture of me in London, so which one should I do?
Listen, you'll be surprised how many people that inspired, okay? Because I coincidentally noticed a lot of other people doing the same thing soon after. You're a
trendsetter. You're literally
the
trendsetter. Hell yeah!
No, I'm joking. Somebody has to do it,
right? Fair enough. I think we should move on to games and things. And then,
Yeah.
All right. And one day I will get you back and we'll dive deep into the politics conversation. I will like break like an under. And what we'll do is not try to get you so politically correct as well and get the gritty raw stuff. I don't know if you ever do that because I don't feel like that sort of person. I think you always give a view with a nice perspective, but you know.
No, it's fine. I'm being very honest in this interview.
Well, thank you so much, friend. I really appreciate that. I really do. Just so you know, like I think I've mentioned this to you. Like I really hold you close to my heart when it comes to like female dancers, when it comes to being Pakistani, and when it comes to just being a nice person who I just know. And I think you really personify that. And I think the only thing that I would love is for girls like yourself to have a career in my industry. Because, like I said, like I'm doing this movie right now, and it is difficult to find representation.
Yeah.
And then when things come around, when I can't find representation, then it goes to the wrong people.
Yeah.
And that is perceived as the representation of what it is.
Yeah.
So that's the only thing I'd say.
Well, fingers crossed things get better, you know.
Fingers crossed, your Kathak, you take up with your Kathak career and your Bharatanatyam, and then the next thing you know.
Let's do it. I'll get training.
Know what I mean? And then Uzi will be your stage manager, and you know.
Oh please no! I cannot have him. He's such a liability. No, he will not be anywhere near that stage. Let me tell you that. Everything will come falling down if Uzi was stage manager.
Damn, throwing him on the bus. All right, the game is now. Sip a chai or play with Rai. So if you want to play with Rai, you play with Rai. Or if you don't have to answer, you basically sip your chai. Okay, cool. I'm going to start you off easy and then we're going to go build ourselves up. All right, cool. If you were the following, what you would be, okay? If you were a movie, what would you be called?
3 Idiots.
It can't exist. You have to make one up.
Oh, Believe in Your Dreams.
Okay, wow. How it went from 3 Idiots to Believe in Your Dreams.
Well, actually, 3 Idiots is also a little bit to do with that, kind of. Yeah, it is actually.
Okay, all right. Well, what would the storyline be of Believe in Your Dreams?
The storyline would be somebody that suffered a lot of sort of discrimination despite having a dream, being a minority, but never giving up. And I think that's the main thing. I just feel like it's so easy to give up sometimes, but you just need that one person to be there for you. And so my movie would show those people that came into my life and were there for me to help me achieve my dreams.
I'm here for that. What would the title song be, and could you sing it? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, we go.
I'm so shy. I'm skipping my shot.
No. 1, 2. You have to give me this because you can't dance because you're injured right now.
Well, okay. So can I do a beat instead?
Yeah, go.
It's like ding 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 ding.
That or Timbi exists. You can't do that.
I could just rap it. Yeah. Next.
Can you give me like 2, 3 lines of the rap? Just come on, give me something. Come on.
Oh, but Uzi would never stop taking the mick out of me after. Okay.
Who gives a care? It's called life. Live it.
I can't believe you just called me Harry Potter.
Don't worry. Come on, quickly. Come on.
So I'll just say, hey, yo, believe in your dreams. Done. That's the song.
Ouch. I can't believe that because your husband, Uzi, could you just log off, please? I want to rap.
There's me talking about a support system, and then I'm getting comments like that from my own.
No, he does support you. I've seen this behind crowd. Like when you did your first workshop, he came in with like flowers and all those things. Like he does genuinely care.
He's alright.
And I think banter is nice to have in a relationship. So,
yeah, I'll give him about 4 out of 10. It's fine.
Yeah. Hey, who would star in this movie?
So it would be me.
Oh, okay. So it's a autobiographical.
It's an auto, yeah. It would have Baj, my older sister. It would have Maham.
Yeah.
It would have mum and dad, Uzi. It would have my girls. So my UAB girls, my Dance Bhangra Academy. And just to tell that story from start to end.
We might as well just do a reality TV show,
Why not?
and let's do that. Yeah, let's do that. Would you actually do it if I pitched it?
I would, only because when me and the girls get together, we're so silly that we laugh so much because we are hilarious.
Yeah, like, but I'm going to have to create drama, so I'm going to be like, did you hear that Ridaa actually said
Oh, yeah, we love a bit of sass as
and
well.
Then she'll be like, I can't believe Ridaa just turned out to be that bitch. I can't believe it.
And if anybody knows the old Ridaa doesn't talk, Ridaa just punches in the face.
Oh, wow. Wow. Okay, if you were a food, what would you be?
Mango.
Mango. If you were a drink, what would you be?
Coke Zero. No, Rubicon Mango.
I was gonna say, you love Rubicon.
It's only because I'm drinking it like every day these days.
Are you for real?
Yeah.
You know how bad that is for you, brother?
Yeah. This is what happens when you're in lockdown and you've got nowhere to go and nothing to do. You sit
at least you're not drinking alcohol like myself. So
exactly, yeah.
If you were a dessert, what would you be?
Sticky toffee pudding.
I still want to go to that place. Can we shout out to that place that you took me to?
Yeah, so Heavenly Desserts, yeah.
Yeah. Anthony Desserts, if you're listening, I have not found a replacement for you in London or over the world. You have served the best desserts. Yeah. If you were a movie dialogue, what would you be?
Oh my God.
That's not a dialogue, but sure. If you were a dance move, I'm assuming this would be your dance move.
Oh hell yeah!
Oh hell yeah!
It would be a shame if it wasn't. Come on, that's like
that is true.
Yeah.
That is true. If you were a color, what would you be?
Purple. That's my favorite color. God. Hence my Dance Bhangra is all purple.
I don't mean to disrespect, and I genuinely don't mean to disrespect. Purple reminds me of Teletubbies.
I don't care. I love Teletubbies.
Tinky Winky. Gypsy. All right, cool. Next bit, we are gonna do name that tune. Okay, I'm gonna play 10 seconds of a tune. I was thinking of and you have to dance it. I was gonna make you do burpees if you didn't get it, but you know what?
Yeah, it's impossible right now with the weight I've gained.
Oh my God, have I lost my playlist? Don't do this to me. Don't do this to... Oh no, it's here. Ha-ha! All right, are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, this is a tester.
Oh, but I know them, but I don't know their names. I know them, but I don't know their names. We danced to them. Please, I'm going to be so bad at this game.
You have danced to most of these songs, yes, by the way.
But can I just say, if we starred in that video, damn right we'd know the song.
Oh, okay.
So if you want to play songs, then you play songs that we are in the videos. And that's fair.
No, it's not. You need to sip your pani.
Oh, I'm happy to sip my bunny.
You should have had, like, I should have given you, like, carrot juice or tomato juice to drink. All right, this is the next one.
Okay.
If you're Pakistani and you don't know this song, you should be ashamed right now.
Do you need to fast forward it a little bit?
No, it's the first 10 seconds.
I don't know. It's not Aja Sonia, I can tell you that much.
First one was Cute Munda, by the way.
Oh, okay, yeah. No.
I'll let it play a little bit. There's been a recent cover of this.
I don't know, but I'm jamming to it.
It's Buhe Bariyan by Hadika Chani.
I never said I'm knowledgeable in song names, by the way.
God.
You can ask me about Bhangra moves.
You should be. Yeah, well, that's the next section.
Oh, God.
You did this. Come on.
Jumma, beautiful mist.
Huh?
Beautiful mist. Jumma.
Well done for getting one right. Well done.
Thank you. Only because it was one of the more popular
left.
videos. DJ Frenzy.
Yay! But which one?
The one we just did.
Yeah, well done. Well done.
Thanks.
I'm proud of you right now.
Thanks.
I've never been prouder right now, but I'm proud of you right now. You've also done this. These are all songs you've done.
But I don't remember the name. I don't remember the name.
Subha by Ami Vark.
Yes.
You should be ashamed of yourself right now. All right. Next game is you have to guess that dance step. I'm gonna do a deconstructed. I can either do the move itself and you just tell me what it's called. Okay?
Yeah.
Or by the way, I would make you usually do this. Or I can do a deconstructed hip hop contemporary version of this move. And you have to guess what Bhangra move that originally is.
Let's go with the second one, it'd be more fun.
You're so I knew I should have given you that. Okay. I don't know how I'm gonna do this. Oh god. Should I put on some Bhangra music or should I put on like something else?
Anything you want.
God, should I put on something sad?
We'll give it a go.
Let's put on Frenzy.
Okay then, that's a good little track.
It's a good little track as well, you know, Frenzy. If you're listening to this, she's called your track.
I mean, Simon knows it's a very good big track.
Okay. All right. This is the first move. Oh god. Can you see me?
Yeah. Are you serious?
Hold on, I'll put it up loud.
Are you even doing a move?
It is the move. It's called a deconstructed move.
Chicken? Are you doing chicken?
Huh?
That is not a move, my friend. Let me tell you that.
Friend, it's a deconstructed move of the mal.
Oh, how am I supposed to know that when you're waving your hands?
Look, dude, deconstructed.
Oh, okay. Oh, and by the way, guys, if you haven't already seen it, we did in Dubai in my recent trip in November, an amazing collab with Pure Bhangra to this song that Rai's playing. So do check it out if you haven't seen it already, because it was quite a nice little video.
Can't believe I'm dying out here for this, and you're trying to promote your video right now.
I mean, that video was really special. So.
It really is a lovely video, but yeah, try and get some of these. All right, next move.
Okay, next move.
I'm just gonna do it, and you're. Or I can do this. It's named after an animal.
Okay, try it. Somnia. Are you doing Somnia? Okay.
It's a Gora.
Oh my god. I think you're gonna have to do the nun.
Huh?
You're gonna have to do the non-diluted version. Like you're just gonna have to do the move for me.
Okay, fine. Fine.
I can't be dealing with this fusion. I have no idea. Fulka. Yeah.
What is that?
Fulka.
Well done.
Thank you. Full Punjab.
Well done.
Thank you. Basla.
Well done.
Bedi.
Well done.
Does this even have a name?
It does. It's Ketchumar.
Ah, very nice.
Did you learn that? Did I teach you? Did I impart wisdom to Dance Bhangra?
Yeah. You just taught me something. Thank you.
Thank you, you guys. Thank you. I can't do a Betka right now, but the Betka was going to be a last one. You should have seen the deconstructed version of Betka that I have.
Show me. Let's have a look.
No.
I'm sure the guys want to see.
I think I'm fine. Usually, you guys, can I just say, in all honesty, Ridaa would be doing this and it'll be very much funnier. But I'm doing it.
Sorry,
and
guys.
I'm fat now.
I'm unable to do it today.
I am fat now, and I have gained weight during lockdown, and life just isn't the same. And the only thing that I would like is to eat as much as I can and just not get fat.
Same.
Like, and have biceps and abs for life.
Same.
And same. Oh, I like your jumper. All right, cool. Last round. You have two lovely, lovely sisters, okay?
Mm-hmm.
But are you ready to play Who'd You Rather?
Oh my god, no, stop it!
I'm going to stir up some shizm here.
Massage.
All right. So it's Maham versus Baj. Are you
Okay.
ready?
Yeah.
All right. Who would you dance in a Bhangra competition with? A worldwide, global, £10,000 Bhangra competition.
Baj.
Wow, Maham, I'm not gonna lie, that's really wow.
Maham, if you asked me to take part in a baking competition, I'd say Maham. But she doesn't enjoy dancing.
What would you, let's say if Baj won, what would she win? Because there's different titles in Bhangra competitions. What would Baj win?
The best Baj in the world.
That's not a segment. Come on.
The best Bhangra Baj in the world.
That's not like. Would she win Luddi? Would she win like what section?
Baj, I reckon because she's very graceful, she would win like Jummer.
Jummer. Okay. Yeah. Who do you think would have a successful longevity career as a pop singer, international pop singer?
Oh god, that's a really good question. Neither of my sisters like singing, but I'm going to. Can I make Baj's daughter the winner of that?
No, Nadia can't be in this. It's Baj or Maham.
Oh, but she's such a good singer.
It's Baj or Maham.
Maham.
Oh wow, Baj. Who would you go on a year-round trip around the world?
Oh man, I'm gonna say Baj only because I know that my little munchkin will come along.
Got it. Who would you binge eat for a week in Tahiti and take in the sunshine and tan and just like take it all in?
Maham.
Maham. Okay, so right now it's a tie and I have two more, okay? Who would you have dealing with Auntie G if you misbehaved with anything?
Maham.
Okay, Maham's now in the lead. And lastly, who would you...
Go on.
No, it's fine. I'll leave it. We love them both. No,
I want one more question.
No, I don't want to do it.
Okay.
I don't want to do it. It's a very tough question. Tough question.
I mean, it's a tie, so that's all good.
Yeah, it's a tie. Let's just do that. Well, thank you for playing out with Sipper Child Play with Right, guys, for who have watched this. Usually I make it more fun, but I am restricted because of Ridaa and her physical movements.
Sorry, guys.
But Ridaa will do a Bharatnatyam freestyle if in the box you guys all just write Bharatnatyam. She'll do it from...
I'll get some lessons from Praveen and then I'll do it.
She'll do it from on top over here. Taki thing.
That's as much as I can do.
All right, we have reached the end of our show. I'm gonna wrap this up so you can go and be less fidgety and just be like, huh. Okay. Words of wisdom you would give to your mirror self today.
Just don't let the haters get the better of you. Haters gonna hate, right? So
haters gonna
do your thing. Seriously, do your thing.
I'm loving this. Peaks and valleys is a question I often ask, and a peak represents a high point in your life. It can be personal or professional. What was it? What lesson you learned from it? Valleys is a low point in your personal or professional life. What lesson was it and what you learned from it? Okay? In regards to, I know sometimes the low, in terms of valleys, it can be quite challenging, especially it can be personal. So you can just kind of like sugarcoat it and kind of give a topic or things like that, or the year or month? You know what I mean?
So high is obviously when I launched Dance Bhangra. And if I can tie it, then I'd also say winning, because we actually won Best Dance Group last month. So as it stands, we are the Best Dance Group 2020 at the UK Bhangra Awards. That's a dream come true for me, honestly.
Who organised the UK Bhangra Dance Awards, by the way? I saw your message.
Lovely friend of mine called Bobby Bowler. So he's amazing. He's put on amazing opportunities for the Bhangra industry. That's only one of many things that he does. There's also the Bhangra Festival and so on. So yeah, some really great stuff. And then a low, I would say, just dealing with like really negative people that don't believe in you and put you down, whilst also suffering from anxiety and a lack of confidence.
Yeah.
I think, mental health is something that we don't really like talking about in our community, but
yeah,
I think it's really important, because dance and the right people around me is what got me out of a bad place when it came to mental health. And I don't shy away from talking about it. I don't believe in shying away from talking about it. I very openly, talk about my anxiety. And I think that, just know that there is a light at the end of the tunnel, no matter how crappy things get. There will always be, but always surround yourself with the right people. It's so important, so important. When
you get moments of anxiety, do you kind of have to just like shut off and things like that? Or do you usually talk to somebody and that's kind of like your one word of advice?
I used to shut myself off, but now I have a safe space, a safe environment with some close friends, and that's where I would go, and that's where they would come as well. So I just think, guys, like, if you don't feel comfortable talking about it, that's okay. But whatever you do, like, just don't give up, because you can improve the situation, and it does improve.
Yeah.
And that is a great way of coming out of it as well.
True. I want to move on to upcoming projects and like things like that, but I wanted to ask before one thing, and I forgot to ask this question. I just saw it. Have you ever been ostracized from the Bhangra dance community or by anybody? And you can just say yes or no. And if you want to elaborate, you can, because I know we're short for time and I don't want to keep you longer. But have you ever been ostracized for being Pakistani and being a female?
Yeah. Yes, I have.
You have? Yeah. I'm going to get you back and elaborate on that, because I really did. No, because I really want to talk about, because I have felt that as well.
Yeah.
I felt that as well. And I don't understand why, because I think talent should just matter, and the wantingness to just educate oneself. This hierarchy sort of system it's very, very interesting to me.
Yeah.
But we can talk about that all the time, but let's talk about upcoming projects. And in your previous video, you said, well, if it wasn't COVID, we'd be talking about like this many projects. But because we've been in COVID, I haven't done that many, other than Insta Live classes and things like that. But after COVID, watch the space. But
so obviously, like, we've all had a year off now, and so it'll be a matter of kind of getting back into it, starting from scratch, and that's fine. We'll start training ourselves again, getting our stamina back, and then we're just going to focus on bigger things. So we'll carry on doing our special events, we'll carry on doing our music videos, but we'll keep taking Dance Bhangra to the next level. And so for me, that next level means taking my academy internationally.
Got it. When can I audition? Why haven't I been asked?
I mean, you are welcome anytime, and
why haven't I been given a hoodie or any sort of situation? Because I do feel a specific way.
You don't like purple, you're not getting a hoodie.
Ouch. You do have a black. Can I say you have black?
We do.
I don't know what you're on about right now.
We do have black hoodies. It's purple sweatshirts and black hoodies.
I'll wear it for you. Listen,
thank you.
I'll wear it for you, and in support of you and the person that you are, and the things that you stand for, and the things that you are doing. I will do it for you.
Thank you.
Exactly. So we talked about upcoming projects. Any juiciness that you want to talk about? Are you going to be doing more traveling and taking? Can we expect? Oh, by the way, I wanted to give a shout out to beautiful. Look at that man right now. How happy he is. Can I just say, I can't see the full picture right now on this, but you guys look so beautiful on that.
Thank you.
And then, are you going to be doing more traveling and building your profile as an Instagram influencer and taking these glamorous shots? And can we expect these things more?
Definitely, yeah. I mean, I love to travel. Uzi loves to travel, so we'll carry
You
on doing
do.
that. And I would love to go back and teach again. I'd love to go back to Paris and teach again. I love to go back to Spain. So yeah, definitely international classes for me is key after COVID.
After COVID, not during
Yeah,
COVID.
no.
Lasting words, friend.
Thank you for having me. This was great.
Stop it. Stop it. I wanted to
This
have
is
you on for
lovely.
longer. You know Instagram lives are now for 4 hours, right?
Oh no, I didn't know that. I was expecting it to cut off after an hour, so I'm glad.
No, they're now for 4 hours, and they're developing it to go on for longer.
Wow.
It happened during COVID and stuff like that. So yeah. Not at all. I want to say thank you so much. My mind has been a bit frazzled today, but there is so much that I wanted to ask you, and I hope I've done justice by having you.
Yeah.
Because one of the main things that I wanted to just have, like, this is my digital jukebox, and I want to collect as many stories and things like that, and just have them here. And I think you hold a special gem, which is, other than Let's Take Dance Out and things like that, you hold something really, really special, which is a support group when it comes to just being a female of Pakistani culture, and how women, and good education, because take dance out, there's lots of misconceptions in regards to Pakistani women.
Yes, there is, yeah.
And I think you hold yourself, and your family hold yourself to, and your husband and his family, you guys hold yourself to a very, very nice standard, which represents modern, but still at the same time keeping our cultural values,
Yeah,
and supporting and exploring. So yeah.
definitely. And just one last thing, you know, for the guys watching, there is, like I said at the beginning of this interview, there are sort of blurred lines between culture and religion when it comes to being a Pakistani Bhangra dancer. But I just want everybody to just separate those things now and just understand that dance is good for us as physical activity. Dance is good for us as, you know, meditation. Mentally, it's brilliant for us as well. It's a great space to meet people, make friends, but you know, don't see it as a negative thing. You know, try and see it as a just something that brings people together.
Yeah.
And that's really important. I just really want to stress that. You know, sometimes we get too caught up in culture and religion. Let's just,
Yeah.
you know, just focus on the more positive things.
Yeah, that's to you all aunties out there and uncles who care
Yeah,
about
aunties, stop
perspective.
it. Stop gossiping, aunties. You know,
Yeah.
just stop it.
Well, thank you so much. I appreciate this. I'm going to drop you a message
Thank
after
you.
this, and I'm going to be like, oh my God, thank you so much. You didn't have to say yes, and you just said yes. And like, if there's any feedback that I can do to improve.
No, this was amazing. Thank you so much. Honestly, like, it was
not
lovely
at all.
talking to you.
Oh my God, stop it. Any chance to talk to you, and I want to have you back, and I want to dive in deep. Definitely. And I want to, like, you know, do this thing. And I'm contemplating whether to teach again still.
Do it.
Oh my God. I want to learn more, and I want to do another video with you, and I just want to dance, and I want to have fun, and you know, all those wonderful things, and I want to go to that dessert place. But
yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
What's your favorite type of chai?
Desi chai, obviously.
Desi chai. Do you know how to make chai, or do you buy the pre-packed things?
No, we make it fresh.
Look at that. Do you want to share your recipe quickly, and then where people can find you? Go, 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 go.
Oh my God. My recipe, what, for chai?
Yeah.
Oh God. Saunf, lychee, cardamom, lots of sugar, milk, water. And where to find me?
Yeah.
As in my
handles, your website, Instagram.
Okay. So Dance Bhangra is the academy page, and Ridaa_H to keep up to date with all of the stuff I get up to.
Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate this. Thank you to everybody who's been here. I appreciate you. Check out all the videos before. Check out Ridaa's page. Check out Dance Bhangra. She's done some beautiful, beautiful work. One of my favorite ones is your first video ever with the 6 girls.
Yes, yeah, that's University Birmingham girls. Yeah.
I think that will be my favorite video of you. And when I close
my eyes,
that's
my mom's favorite. She calls it Black Beauty.
I agree with you. That and Aja Sonia. I think that those are my 2 favorites.
Yeah, I would agree.
But thank you so much. I appreciate you.
No, thank you. Thank you guys for joining.
Yeah,
thank
guys,
you.
seriously. No, can I just say seriously, thank you so much. It's really lovely to see every time I have people like yourself and other people, the amount of support. I'm going to let you go. Eat, chill, and just, beyond anything. Gratitude. Thank you.
Bye, guys. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.